Hello everybody, welcome back to another Wheelassassin video. This video is set to the ages of about 13 plus. This is unlike any video I've ever done before. This is a bit of a documentary and gaming vid. If anyone maybe thinks they might get a little bit uncomfortable about the crime and punishment element of this video with history and things, feel free to click off the vid at any point. It is absolutely you guys' choice. For those of you who do want to stick around, like I said, there's going to be a bit of a documentary with some gaming in here, so I really hope you enjoy, really hope you learn something new. Opening in 1625, Shepton Mallet Prison was opened as a house of correction. At the time, all prisoners, men, women and children, were held together in reportedly dreadful conditions.
1610 cells this way. This place is like a nice little room, like an interrogation room, and then it's got this crawling cell. Insert your own risk. Well, I have my crutches, so this would not be good, but look at this place. There's a bamboo in there. It's creepy as hell.
The jailer was not paid. Instead, he would make an income from fees from his prisoners. So for example, the jailer would get bribed basically to go and grab some liquor for the prisoners or food or something like that, so like tasty things from home, and the jailer would get paid for that. But if there was a prisoner in there, say that had been in there because they had robbed a shop to get some food for themselves because they were poor, the jailer would not get paid obviously for bribes, so the jailer would just leave them, and it was a very unfair situation on the jailer as well as the prisoner, as the kind of prison system back then was very, very corrupt. In 1790, additional land was purchased to extend the prison, and it was around this time men and women began to be held in separate areas.
1700 cell. Look at this place. This is a pit.
Further expansions were then carried out in 1817 to around 1822, being able to hold around 200 prisoners. In 1823, a large treadwheel designed by William Cubitt was built inside the prison to act as a punishment for men sentenced to hard labour. The wheel was powering a grain mill that was situated on the outside of the prison walls, and the treadmill basically ran like a massive hamster wheel, with men powering instead of the hamster. The treadwheel was definitely a hard punishment, as it was said to have caused hernias in some of the convicts.
Hey everybody, this is Wheelassassin. I am stood in the chapel of Britain's most haunted prison. This is actually pretty spooky. It's actually quite nice in here. It's got like a nice aura about it, but yeah, you can see I'm in here alone. My family's kind of down the steps down there. Hear the lights buzzing. Look at this piano. There's a confession over this way. Prisoners will sit here, maybe talk to the priest or something like that. You can see over this way. Sorry about my heavy breathing. Asthma is not good in this place. It's a lovely prison, as you can see. I don't even know why we came back. Yeah, I wanted to do a video in here just to show you guys places that we have in Britain. Insane. I'm in here alone, like I said. It's pretty spooky.
At around 10:15 PM on Saturday the 2nd of July 1904, a fire believed to be started by a prisoner was discovered in C Block. The alarm was raised and the prisoners were evacuated to the chapel. The fire brigade arrived, but the fire was spreading rapidly and there weren't enough firemen to control the blaze alone. The prisoners, the prison wardens and firemen worked together to pump out water in shifts to put out this rapidly spreading blaze. It was an incredible and a miraculous decision amongst the prisoners and the wardens to work together with the firemen, and thankfully there was no deaths or injuries recorded. In 1930, the prisoner commissioners recommended to the government that Shepton Mallet Prison should be closed because it was underused. Having average population in previous years of only 51 inmates out of the 200 that Shepton Mallet Prison could hold. The prison closed in September of 1930. 1 month after the outbreak of World War II, the prison was reopened for British military use in October 1939. It soon housed 300 men from all three armed services, with some having to live in huts in the prison yard. With the outbreak of war, the prison also took into protective storage many important historical documents from the Public Record Office in London, including Domesday Book, the logbooks of HMS Victory, the Olive Branch Petition, and dispatches from the Battle of Waterloo. In all, about 300 tons of records were transported and stored at Shepton Mallet Prison. Some documents, but not Domesday Book, were moved out of Shepton Mallet on the 5th of July 1942, due to concern at the concentration of important items being held in one place, especially with the German bombs falling on nearby towns and cities during the Blitz.
Shut the door. Here we go. Right, you see how dark it is. Oh my goodness. Not good.
Lord Tessa.
This is creepy as hell. There's like a shower cubicle thing back there. What the hell is that? I gotta get out of it.
Between mid-1942 and September of 1945, the prison was used by American military. It was in this time the Americans constructed a 2-story building containing the gallows. In September of 1945, the prison was once again taken over by the British military, and Shepton Mallet Prison became known as a glass house. A glass house is basically another word for a military prison. On the 10th of March 1959, a riot began in the dining hall. 13 soldiers were held accountable, and they were tried by a court-martial. In 1966, the prison returned to civilian use. The gallows in the execution block were removed in 1967, and the room became the prison library. A new kitchen, boiler room, chapel and education block were also added. In 1973, Shepton became a training prison for men serving sentences of less than 4 years. The aim was to provide them with the skills and the education they needed necessary for them to become a productive member of society after their release. They would go to the local brewery and they would help, be like workers there for a little bit. They would kind of get some experience of working with other people in a team, and they would go to the local sort of garages and they would help fix cars and things, and there was kind of like a community to help them get back into society. In the 1980s, the prison held prisoners who had been in prison several times before and had not reformed. Around this time, the population continued to be 260, living in accommodation designed for 169, so the prison was very much overcrowded. In 1991, Shepton Mallet took its first Category C life prisoners, those nearing the end of their sentence. The maximum number of prisoners to be held in the prison was fixed at 211. So it was still overcrowded, but it wasn't as severe as the previous 260 prisoners living in a 169 kind of prison space.
I'm now alone in, this is D-Wing. Really creepy places in here, guys, trust me. Look at this. I can hear familiar voices, that's good. Still scary. This is way creepier than the Escapist. Don't even know if that's a word. I'm not right, no thanks. A-Wing, right. Oh, these rooms, guys. Look at this. 3 layers of cells along the wall. Man, this is cool. Spooky and cool. Let's go down the stairs. Feeling brave. More brave than I am when I'm playing Outlast. Let's go. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Okay. Down the dark and spooky stairs.
On January 10th, 2013, Justice Secretary Chris Grayling announced that Shepton Mallet Prison was one of the 7 prisons in England to close. HMP Shepton Mallet closed on 28th of March 2013. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that little history segment of the video. I've never done any sort of documentary style thing on this YouTube channel before, so it was really cool to incorporate history in a way to the channel. It was really awesome to make. It was insane going back to the prison to visit it. It is a very creepy place. If you guys ever get the chance to go, definitely let me know in the comments if you have been before, you do get the chance to go. And let me know your opinions and thoughts on the place. In my opinion, they should definitely turn it into a museum, so that people of today, they can go and learn about some crime and punishment that went on back in like the 1800s, the 1600s even. When it opened, it's just insane. It's really insane. But yeah, thank you so much guys, seriously, for watching that. It just means a lot. Let's go play some Escapist anyway. This is a virtual prison to try and escape. But alleged at Shepton Mallet Prison, there was reported 32 incidents where prisoners tried to escape, and some did actually escape from the prison whilst doing some odd jobs and things. It's amazing. We're in the virtual world right now, where we can't exactly cause any trouble by escaping this little 8-bit prison, but in real life it actually happened. It's insane. Alright, let's nick that off his clothes. There we go. Oh, fit the part now. We just literally just broke into the vents and just made a sock. Battered up a guard, which is just horrible. Stole his clothes, now we're going to escape through a tunnel. This is the Escapist, guys. If you want to download this is on the Xbox. I do play this on the Xbox. It is on mobile devices as well. You can also get it on the PS4 as well as the PC, so yeah. And the Nintendo Switch now, which is just awesome. There we are, we escaped. Thank you so much once again for watching, guys. Really does mean a lot. If you did enjoy this one, please definitely smash a like, that'd be awesome. If you want to stick around for more gaming videos, maybe some history videos to come in the future as well, some more, that'd be awesome. I would definitely love it if you guys could consider subscribing. Have an awesome one. I'm going to have a sleep. See you guys in a bit. Thanks again.